Okay, hi all, good morning. Those who are not speaking, please go on mute. Yeah, fine. So, first of all, before proceeding with the assignment question discussion, any questions, any confusion on the topic what we have discussed yesterday? Anyone? All good? Okay. So, yesterday we have seen create statement, that how you can create a table, right? And then we have seen how you can add column in that, and then little bit we have discussed about data type like integer, number, varchar. I'm not telling that I have taught you in. Okay, my voice is audible, no? Everyone?
Yeah, audible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So these all things we have discussed: int, number, varchar. I'm not telling that we have discussed in detail. So in that data type topic, in the data type class, we'll discuss in detail. Okay. So just we have touched this data types. And then we have studied about select, that if you want to select something, so if you want to get some data from database, you have to use the select command, and then star is there. Then from is again a reserved keyword, and after that you have to write a table name from wherever you want the data. The reason is you have a lot of tables in the database, so you have to mention the table from which you have to get the data. Otherwise, SQL engine will get confused, and that will throw error message. Correct. And then we have seen that we have a filter in SQL world, and that filter in SQL world is known as where filter. You can use this where filter, and then that with the help of that, SQL engine will give you that selected records only. Then we have seen the upper and lower, that they make the search case insensitive, because we have discussed that the reserved keyword and the user defined keywords are case insensitive, but the data is case sensitive in SQL. So that's why if someone is telling you that SQL is case sensitive or not, so you have to ask that you are talking about reserved keyword, user defined keyword, or you're talking about data. Okay. Any questions so far? No questions? Okay, and these are the topics we have covered. I'm not telling that this is totally covered. We
Sir,
have,
excuse me, sir.
yeah, sure.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
One thing, sir. Yesterday, when I was running, I found one strange thing, sir. I have inserted the same first name and last name by mistake because I didn't know how to operate it properly. I pressed enter. It got inserted 6 times, sir. The same first name and the last name. So if I want to delete only one out of it, so all the 5 will go, sir. It
Shravan,
cannot happen. The one.
I will connect with you after class. I will tell you what is the problem
Okay.
there. Okay, and I will help you on that. Okay. So yeah,
Tanvir, I just want to tell you one thing. I was watching the recorded session yesterday to do the assignment, but the recorded session was in 360p. The clarity when I clicked the resolution of the video 720p, it was getting stuck, and it was not clear. I cannot be able to see it properly.
Okay, but I have checked that after uploading every video. I will check that. It was good for me. But may I request others? How was your experience? Have anyone checked that the
Yeah, it's
clarity?
good, sir. It's good for me.
Okay. So Bashir, can you please check again with some network? Maybe I'm not sure whether the network problem was there or what, but we have checked that the clarity is good. I will request you to check it again. Okay. There might be some
I
issue
will
at
do
your
that.
end, but still, if
Okay.
there is the same problem, I will try to work on that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Because after, yeah, sure. After every class, when I will upload the video, no, I will again go through the recordings from beginning until end. I want to understand that how I'm teaching, what is the flow and all those things. So I've checked yesterday, it was good. But please check at your end again, okay?
Sure, I will do that. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. So these are all things we have discussed so far. I'm not telling that totally we have covered this. Of course, these all keywords will come again and again down the line. Okay. Now, coming to the assignment, these are the assignments, and few of you, those who have worked on the assignment, have shared the solution with me. I have shared the feedback as well with you. Guys, I'm again repeating, my teaching is only 5 to 10 percentage, 90% effort you have to put in. Okay, but I can guarantee you, if you're working on the assignment, if you're going through my teachings, recordings, lectures, so by end of the course, definitely you will find some difference. Okay, that's what I can guarantee you. But you have to work. Okay, work on the assignment. I do understand sometimes you are very much occupied. So if you're not getting time in certain scenarios, so at least go through the question at least last stage. At least go through the question. Try to understand what the question is. Okay. And on a daily basis, we will not discuss all the assignment question. I will ask you that where you are getting stuck because this will kill time. But today I will discussing all the assignment. But on a daily basis, I will ask that okay where you're getting stuck and those questions only we will discuss. Fine. If you think that you are stuck in all the questions, you can tell me. I will discuss all the questions. Okay, so the first question is write a SQL query to fetch the employee details with last name Kumar. Okay, last name is Kumar. So first of all, let me create this. So this is the table created and the those are inserted. So that's the only way. Whenever you want to create, select all these things and they must be having this semicolon at the end. You can see in all the lines, no semicolon is at the end, right? So whatever statement you want to execute, just select all and click on run. That's all. But don't, I have selected once, I have clicked on run. Again, if I will do the same thing, you will have duplicate record. Saved record will come again and again. So just one you have to select, once you have to select and click on run. Okay. Now let's verify the data. So we have this command to verify the data. Select the start on employee. Let me check if the data is inserted correctly or not. So yeah, data is inserted correctly. Okay, now, what is the question? They want the employee address with the last name is equal to Kumar. So what should be the query, guys?
Where clause, where
Where
last name equal
last name is
Their
equal
last name upper
Kumar.
last name
correct.
equals to Kumar.
So see, if I will write like this, last name we have discussed this yesterday. Last name is a Kumar, no data font because you don't have any records with Kumar all in uppercase, right? Please go on mute, guys. So you don't have any records with Kumar all in uppercase. So that's a problem. So what you can do is you can use upper. Those are not speaking, please go on mute. Okay. So you can use where upper last name is equal to Kumar. We have discussed this yesterday and you'll get the output. Okay, this too. You can see here it is in mixed case. Here again it is in mixed case, but even then you are getting the output. That's what I told you. Some of you asked the question that then in my project we don't use upper and lower. So maybe in your case, you are sure that the data all is in particular case. So in that case, no need to use upper and lower. But on a safer side, it is recommended to use upper or lower when you are not sure about the data, whether it is in uppercase or lowercase. You can use that. Or you can write the same query using this command as well. Any question on this? You got the same output? Any question on this? No questions. Okay, I have a question if you don't have any question. If I will write this lower in lowercase, then what will happen? Will it make any difference?
It will run since it is not a case sensitive.
Perfect. This lower is a reserved keyword, and we know that reserved keywords are case insensitive. If you want to write in lowercase or uppercase, not an issue. Even if this last name, suppose I will write this in lowercase. Will that make any difference in the output? No difference, right? Let me show you this. Still you are getting the same output. That's what I've told you. Reserved keywords and the user defined keywords are case insensitive. Case insensitive. You can write in uppercase or lowercase, your wish. But data is case sensitive. You have to be very strict, okay, with the case of the data. Okay. Any question, guys? No questions. Now, suppose if I will write like this. What will be the output if I will execute this query?
No rows.
No rows.
No data found.
No data found. Okay, before discussing this, one more question came to mind. What about this? If I will execute this, what will happen?
It will check exact name like Kumar Tanvir there in the last name or not.
So what will be the output? No data found or error message?
It would be no data found.
But this should be error message. No, you don't have any last name with the name Kumar Tanvir. What do you think? Any other thought, guys?
Still no data found.
Data found.
No data found. Very good. I have told you yesterday as well. This data within quotes, whatever you want, you can write. This is not a violation of protocols. You can write anything. Okay, this will never give you error message. Why? Because within quotes, you are searching for this data. So you can search for any data and no one can stop you. This should not throw any error message. SQL engine throws error message only when you are violating rules, the protocols. If you are not violating the syntax, then only it will throw error message. Within quotes, you are searching for data. You can search for any data, whether it is present or not. SQL engine will never throw error message. This kind of interview questions, sometimes interview will ask to confuse you. No data found. No data found is not an error message. This is telling that I don't have any record this name. Okay. Oh, what if I will execute this query? Let me execute this. Again, this is giving no data found. Why?
Since we are converting the last name into upper, and it should be, it's looking for capital KUMAR, all in capital. But we are searching for
small.
Yes.
Perfect. When you have written upper here, so this also has to be written in uppercase. Okay. Or if you have written lower here, this also has to be in lowercase. If I will write this in uppercase, what happened? Again, you will get no data found. No data found. So if you have written upper here, this value must be in uppercase. If you have written lower here, this value must be in lowercase. Is this clear or not?
So what if the first letter is capital and the rest of all these smaller letters?
You're telling that if it is like this, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, very good.
Still no data found.
Okay, let's discuss that. Okay. First of all, let's try to understand that I have mentioned that if I have written here upper, so I told you that this must be in upper only, right? That is what we have discussed. And I told you that if you will write here in lowercase, those not speaking, please go on mute. If you written this in lowercase and this is in upper, so this will throw again no data found, right? So let's try to understand why this is happening. Okay, and why this is happening. Check this. Let's try to understand this, why this is happening. This is the data. Always, whenever you're getting confused, always try to understand that how the SQL engine is processing the data. That is very important. Okay. Let's try to understand that why this is giving no data fund. What is the reason? Okay. First of all, in this query, which keyword SQL engine will hit first?
From.
From. First of all, it will search the table. So first of all, from will be executed. So employee. So this is the employee table, correct? It will copy from here. It will paste it in a buffer location, a temporary location, whatever you want. So the employee table. First part is done. From employee is done. It has taken copy from the main database and it has pasted in the local or temporary area. After from where it will go?
Where cloud.
Where clause. Very good. So this is your where clause. It will execute where clause after that. Okay. In where you have mentioned you are asking SQL engine to convert last name in uppercase. So, okay. So first of all, it will do the task. But last name. Okay, let me convert this to uppercase. Can you please verify all the last name are converted in uppercase or not? All are in uppercase?
Yes.
Okay, now I have a question. This last name is converted in uppercase. So whether your main table last name will also be converted in uppercase, or this is happening only in the temporary area?
Only temporary.
Only in the
Yes,
temporary.
Temporary area. Your original table will not get disturbed.
Same.
You should not touch your original table. Okay, fine. So it has converted that. Guys, once you have once you have given the answer, after that, please go on mute, because again and again, if I'm repeating you to go on mute, so that is disturbing. So yeah, thank you. So upper last name, this you have done. Upper last name you have done. This is also completed. Then you are telling to compare upper last name with a small Kumar, right? You are telling compare upper last name with the lower case Kumar. Do you have any lower case Kumar here? Can you please check and tell me? Do you have a lower case Kumar in this data?
No, no.
No. Correct. So now you can understand that actually this doesn't make any sense. Why? Because first of all, you are telling to convert in uppercase. Okay, I have converted in uppercase. Now you are asking to match with the lowercase Kumar. So it's like your statement itself is contradictory. Correct? No. First of all, you told me to convert in uppercase. Okay, I have converted all the things in uppercase. Now you are searching lowercase Kumar. So how is it possible that lowercase Kumar will be present here? Do you have any lowercase Kumar here? It is not present. So your statement itself is contradictory. At the one step, you are telling convert in uppercase. I've converted. Now you're searching for lowercase. So how is that possible? So that's why there is no lowercase Kumar here. And that's why you will get no data found as an output. Is that clear? Any question on this? Similarly, if you will keep this one, I think Bashir has asked K in uppercase. So again, itself, the statement itself is contradictory. You had told SQL engine to convert everything in uppercase. It has converted everything in uppercase. Now you are searching some in uppercase and lowercase. So do you think this will be available here? This is present here, Kumar? Yes or no?
No, it will not.
No,
be.
sir.
No. So you understood the concept now? So our statement itself is contradictory. First of all, we told that, okay, keep in uppercase. It has done all the things in uppercase. Then you are searching for lowercase or mixed case. How is it possible that we'll never get that output? Is that clear, guys? Everyone?
Yes. Yes.
So that's why I always try to understand from SQL engine perspective, how the SQL engine is trying to work on that. Similarly, if you keep lower and if you write everything in uppercase, so will that make any sense? No, because you are telling to convert all the last name in lowercase. Now you are searching for uppercase. How you can get that value? That is not possible. Hope this is clear to everyone. Any questions? Okay, so I think upper, lower, this is clear. You understood this. But if in your project, if you are very sure, 100% sure that no, Tanvir, in my project, last name, all are in uppercase or all are in lowercase, or you are sure about the format, then if you are 100% sure, then please don't use this upper and lower, because there is a drawback also of this upper and lower. This will impact the performance of your query. Your query will take more time to execute. So when you're writing queries in a project, or you have complex queries, 200 lines of queries, 300 lines of queries, so the performance will become slow. So in that case, you have to take care of all those aspects as well. That is known as query tuning and optimization techniques and all those things. Okay, next question is that is SQL query for the students who has scored 90. What should be the query for this? Can you please tell me?
Clause, where clause in the brackets, so we have to use the operator greater than 90.
What? Tell me the full query.
Full, okay, sir, sorry.
It should be
select star from where student marks greater than 80. Select star from students where marks greater than 80.
No. Why you are using greater than? Question is for the student who have scored 90. Who have
90,
scored 90. So write equal to 90. If I would have written here greater than 90, then you have to use greater than operator. I have simply told who has scored 90. So marks equal to 90. That's all. Executed table of view does not exist. Oh, I have not created this table, no. Okay, so you can see ACD, they have scored 90 marks. Hope this is clear to everyone. So from this, you can see you have used filter where. Okay, you can ask a question that, okay, Tanvir, in a student, you have many records. Why are you not getting all the records as an output? Because you have used filter here. Sharon, can you please go on mute? Thank you. So because we have used filter here, marks is equal to 90. So you are getting only marks 90 students. Okay, so you can understand the power of this filter where. Okay, very good. Now this question, most of you have committed mistake here. Let us SQL query for the students who have scored 90 in physics.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So in the previous query, where marks equal to 90. So after that, we don't need to give a semicolon after 90.
Oh, okay. Good. See, actually giving this semicolon is a best practice. Okay, that's a best practice. But what happens if you're running a single query, just select it and then click on the run, it will execute. Okay. Or if just suppose if you would have seen this one, okay, I have given semicolon at the end. So that's a best practice. In some of the editors, no, if you're working on the Oracle SQL Developer latest version, no, if you're not writing semicolon, that will not work at all. So that is what I told you. Make it a habit of giving semicolon. Okay. I know in some of the editor it will work, in some of the editor it will not work. So that's why I'm generalizing it that better keep semicolon at the end. So that will work in all the editors. Some of you will be working on MySQL. Some of you will be working on Microsoft SQL Server. Some of you will be working on PostgreSQL. So that's why I told this is a general habit. Make it a habit. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome. Okay, fine. Now moving to the next question. We scored 90 in physics. Now tell me what should be the quick for this.
Select star from student
from the student
where clause
where
subject equals to
subject is
S
equal to
capital, sir. S is capital and UBGCUT is small.
no
Yes, here.
no.
Here it's
It should
written
be upper subject equals to then PHY.
equals to brackets here the physics PHY. upper subject PH.
Okay.
And marks equals to 90.
Marks equal to
90.
90. Any question here, guys? Any confusion? So now you're getting only 2 records, correct? But in the earlier case here, you are getting 3 records. Why? Why you're getting only 2 records here for this condition?
We applied a filter only for physics.
Because here we have applied 2 conditions. We want 90, but in physics subject. So that is why I have written upper subject is equal to physics and operator you have to use. This is the meaning, means you want 90, but in physics. But here you have not given any condition. You just told that whoever has scored 90 in whatever subject, show me all the data. That's why you got 3 records here. Even you're getting the chemistry output as well. Correct? But here what is happening? You are getting only 2 records. You are not getting chemistry as an output here. Chemistry is not coming. Why? Because you have told that I want 90, but in physics only. So that is why you have got 2 output. But here you have told that I want 90. You have not mentioned anything about subject. So even if someone has scored 90 in chemistry, you will get that also as an output. Is this clear?
Sir, can we add one more AND operator?
So sorry, I'm confused. Yeah, can you repeat?
Sir, is it possible to add one more AND operator?
I will show all the
Like,
examples. I will show all the examples. There is no limitation. You can add multiple AND operator. Whatever you want, you can add on top of that. We will see all those things. Okay. Okay.
So, so I used a different syntax and still it got executed.
Tell me what is that?
So it was a simple like select star from student where subject equal to physics and marks is equal to 90.
You have written this one, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. So you were telling that Tanvir, I have used this query and we got the marks as we got this as an output. This is again correct output. And someone has told me that Tanvir, we should use this query. And for this as well, we are getting the same output. Now, which query do you think is better? The first one or the second one?
The first one, like according to the
one.
it has explicitly asked PHY in the subject name.
Correct. See, first of all, explicitly in the question, we have mentioned PHY in uppercase. So these things you have to take care. If you're attending interviews, no. So these things you have to take care. Interviewer is not bothered only about the output. And this is for everyone. Don't think the person who has asked, I'm telling to him. For everyone. When you are attending interviews, this hands-on sessions on SQL, don't think that if you get the output, that's all. No, they will check your query style, the format, the formats, the syntax, many other things. So if they have mentioned in physics uppercase, so you should understand by default that they are asking you to check for case insensitive search. So indirectly they are asking you to apply upper. Is that clear? You are correct that I have used this also you got the output. Because this is very few records, 6 to 7 records. You can see that the PHY is there. If you have thousands of records, okay, maybe some of the data will be in a mixed case. Some of the data will be like this, PHY. Some will be like this, PHY. So in that case, this will fail, right? But here, this is correct. But if you have n number of records, so this will fail. Is that clear? So that's
Yes.
why on the safer side, I told you yesterday as well, you should use upper or lower. But for this query, for this data set, this query is correct. Okay. And yeah, another question. Someone was asking another question. Yeah. I think someone was asking.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, PHY can be, if suppose I am database creator, caps P small hy can be one subject, and maybe I have denoted in other way like PHY is some other subject. So in that case, the upper subject will get disturbed, no, sir, like if you put upper subject. Because
See,
I am as a So the naming convention I can put like that.
See that's what I told you, that in your data, suppose someone has inserted like this phy all in upper, okay, or someone has stored like this. Suppose someone has stored like this.
So this is a different subject. I mean,
No, this is not different
yeah,
subject.
this is different subject.
No, they all are same subject. They all are talking about physics only. Okay,
No,
but
maybe I'm okay. Okay, sir.
that they all are talking about physics only. Okay, so that's why if you use the upper, whether it is in this case, this will cater all the cases. Okay, is that clear?
Tanvir,
Okay.
what if somebody is trying to search instead of PHY, just writing P as a physics and C as a chemistry,
That
B as a
that
biology, and M as a maths?
that is wild card. When I will cover that wild card, no, I will teach you this.
Okay, thank you.
Wild card character, I will teach you that part.
Sure.
Okay, any other question on this? No? Okay. So that's why I thought of showing you. Those not speaking, please go on mute. So okay, so that's why I told you that use upper or lower. So I think by now you would have understood the importance of this one. Okay, and this is and marks is equal to 90. This and is an operator. This is known as a strict operator. The strict operator means it will check that both the conditions are getting fulfilled or not. Then it will give you the output. Okay, like suppose let's see few more examples. Suppose if I will run this query, what should be the output?
2B, that row.
This
Yes.
one, right?
Yes.
Execute this. You got this output, right? Okay. This is the output. Now, in the same query, I'm writing this. Why there is no data found? What is the reason?
Because then it's looking for where marks is 85 and then it's checking for the subject as well.
Correct.
And in the data, it's chemistry, CHE, and here we have given as PHY. So
correct.
That's the mismatch. Yes.
Correct. So here you are telling to SQL engine that I want two conditions to be fulfilled. First, I want marks is equal to 85, but in subject physics. But if you see here, you have marks 85 and that is in chemistry. So that is why you didn't get any output here, because you have mentioned two conditions and you want both the conditions to be fulfilled. But here in the entire data set, you don't have any records where the marks is 85 and subject is physics. That is why the output is no data found. Is this clear?
Yeah. So one note. So if you use and, then both the conditions should be satisfied. In case if we use or, then
That's
it
what
might
I'm
give some output, right?
That's what I'm doing. Now I'm using or condition. Okay. And is known as a strict operator. Why? Because strictly it will check the condition to the left of this and condition to the right of this. If both the conditions are fulfilled, then it will give you output. Okay. Or is a flexible operator. Okay, how it is flexible? It will check for any condition. If this condition is fulfilled, that's fine, it will give you output. If the right side condition is fulfilled, it will give you the output. If both the conditions are fulfilled, it will give you both the output. So that is a or is a flexible operator. Let me show you the output of this. You see how many outputs you got? Lot of outputs, right? So let's analyze that why you're getting a lot of outputs. Guys, these are very simple but very important concepts, and or are very confusing as well. So please try to understand it. If you have any question, please ask. First of all, analyze this one.
I have one question.
Yeah.
In the coding where we are insert one student ID number 1 and the student name is A. What if here we are having only 8 students, right? And instead of 8 students, like suppose like we have 50. So student name is here we are taking A, B, C, D, something like that. In terms of in place of the name, actual name. So in that case, if we are having like more than 50 or 50 names, how we are taking the names, or we are just directly writing the name?
Directly you have to write the names. Suppose here you have a new student. Just for simplicity, I have taken ABC. Okay, you can write whatever. Okay. Suppose we have a student 5. Okay, and suppose his name is Bashir. So you can write like this. Okay, and then click on run. So you'll get a new record with the name Bashir. One row inserted. Make sure the output.
Got that.
Yep. So that this is only just for the simplicity. I've taken ABCD, but of course you can write any name, whatever you want. Okay. I'm deleting this for the time being. Okay, now start the analysis. So this is our parent table. Now this is the query of AND operator. Okay, let's try to understand how the SQL is processing this query. So from where it will start first of all? From very. This is the first keyword which SQL will hit from a student. It will search for the student table in the entire data. Is correct? So this is your student table. It will make a copy and it will paste it here. This task is done. What next? After this, we
check for where marks.
Where condition, right? Where you have two conditions. So first of all, it will execute this one where marks is equal to 85. Okay. So marks is equal to 85. In this record, how many records are there where marks is 85? Can you please help me?
1.
This is the one record only. Any other record where marks is 85? No. This is the only one record. So your SQL will highlight this. Okay. After that, what you have written? I want per subject is equal to physics. Correct? Now, upper subject is equal to physics. Where is upper subject physics? This is the one. Correct? This is the one. See, when you're using and up, yeah.
Sir, I mean, where marks equal to 85 now, sir. It highlight the 85, that row, and it will check the condition and condition in that row, sir. And then again, it will check in first row.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. That's what I'm telling. This is and operator, correct? This is and operator. So the record which you have highlighted, it will search for that record only. That in this record, do you have subject physics or not? So can you check in this record, do you have subject physics? No, it is chemistry. So then your SQL engine will tell that, okay, this record is not of my use. And then that's where this will show you no data found. Because in the same record, both the conditions are not getting fulfilled. Okay. Now in place of this, suppose if you have OR operator. You have OR operator. what will happen? It will make a copy first of all. Okay. Let me highlight this. First of all, it will make a copy where marks is equal to 85. So this record is marks is 85. Now, please try to understand from here. After 85, you have OR operator. So here, this will not check the next condition on the same record. It will again scan the entire table. It will scan the entire table. In the entire table, again, it will check where the subject is equal to physics. So this is the record where the subject is physics, correct? This is the record where subject is equal to physics, correct? This is the record where subject is physics. This is the record where subject is physics, correct? And then finally, you have written a star. It means you want all the columns. So it will copy all the columns from here, and it will give you the records which are highlighted. So this is the OR operator. Is that clear? So if you will check here, no, this is the output. We'll cross verify here. This one. Now please cross verify. Oh. If you cross verify, the both outputs are same. Okay. So is this clear? OR operator and AND operator? Any question on this? So that's why OR operator is flexible. It will check for the left condition, to check for the right condition, and it will fetch all the records which is matching either of the two conditions or both the conditions. Any question? Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yeah, clear.
Clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Don't think that and or is over now. I will give you a few assignment today, complicated one, so you can practice that. Next question is create an employee table with employee ID. This is simple. I think you all have done this. This is voter list. This is also simple. You have done this. Sixth question. Write an SQL query to fetch the employee details who are working under manager ID 5. So what should be the query for this? Come on. Tell me quickly, what should the query?
Select
Select
star from
star.
employee.
Right?
Where the field name, you have to write the specific field name where employee.
What is the field name?
Manager ID.
Manager ID.
Manager
ID
ID.
less than 5. No, it is under, right?
So equal to 5. Simple. Manager ID. Oh, what did this table? Okay, so you understood this, guys? Okay. Is this clear? Any question? And what next? That is SQL query to fetch the employee. First name is Raj. Okay, tell me the query for this. First name is Raj.
Select star from employees. Where upper of that name first name equal to Raj.
Raj. Okay. Any question on this? I think this is clear.
Yep.
You can try. Okay. What should be the output of the below query? Select a star from employee where upper first name is equal to Raj. What should be the output of this?
No data frame.
Why?
We are searching for upper and we are given smaller or AG.
Case. Yeah. So this is we have discussed today, right? We have already discussed this. If you're writing here upper, you should write always uppercase here. We have discussed that why this is not give no data form, because this is contradictory statement, right? Similarly here, this lower first name is equal to Raj. This is an uppercase. So again, this will give you no data.
Sir, excuse me, sir. This small thing is running with me. That select star from employee, where now we'll be writing the field name, that is the first name or the last name.
Correct.
But
Correct.
when we have created the table, we have used F as the capital letter. If you look in your screen, yeah, the last table. So
Correct.
when I'm querying it, is it necessary that it should be as I created the table, or just anything randomly? Because every time you are using upper first name, so I'm under assumption how
I got
SQL
it.
is doing this. Because
I got your question. So your question is that, Tanvir, when you have created the table, you have written F in uppercase, but here you're
but
writing
when
F in
you're
lowercase. Why
how
you're
come?
writing like this? How it is happening? Anyone who wants to answer this question?
User defined is case insensitive, right?
Right. So see, Shravan, the thing is this first name, this is a column name, right? And this is user defined. We have discussed that user defined
that yes,
keyword.
sir. You in the today's class start. So
Right.
that's user. So
User
it can be
defined
case
keywords.
insensitive. Case
Very good, very
insensitive.
good.
Okay,
Right,
that's the
right, right.
point. Okay.
That's why you can write in any case, uppercase, lowercase, whatever you want to write it. That is the freedom SQL engine has given you. Okay.
So, but
SQL
if some
engine.
other, okay, okay, got it. But let us say, yes, okay, fine.
Okay. Connect. Okay, if you need any other help. Okay, fine. So question number 8 is done. Question number 9, which of the statement is correct? One thing, if I'm asking which of the following statement is correct, so just tell me the final answer, which one is correct. Many of you, what you have done, you have written here, this is no, this is yes, this is yes, this is no. No. Just tell me which one is correct. One answer I want. Okay. So in this, which one do you think is correct statement? We can create two different tables with the same name. Is that allowed?
No.
No. I've told you yesterday that you cannot create two tables with the same name. Okay. Next one. Reserved keywords can't be used to create a table. Any idea?
No, we cannot.
No.
No, you cannot create a table with the reserved keyword because the name indicates reserved, that has been reserved for SQL engine. User should not use it for their own purpose, for defining a table or for defining a column. That should not be used. A table cannot have more
Answer
than 50.
is D. Answer is D, sir. Because I tried it, I was able to create all duplicate records by I mean by mistake I pressed enter 4 or 5 times. The column has been created 6 times.
We'll see that show. A table can't have more than 50 columns. Is this allowed?
No, we can create more than.
We can create, right?
50.
Duplicate records cannot be inserted in a table.
We can insert.
We can insert duplicate record.
But we have.
But if primary key is there, we can't insert, right?
That condition I am not given here. So generally, I'm asking duplicate records can't be inserted in a table. So yes, we can insert duplicate records. If they would have mentioned in the question that duplicate records cannot be inserted in a table with primary key constant, then this statement is correct. But now this is false, right? So this is incorrect. Correct. This is again incorrect.
D is correct, sir.
B is correct. Sorry, pardon me for
Sir,
the
D is
spelling.
correct. Sir. D is correct.
Duplicate records cannot be inserted in a table. It is telling that you cannot insert duplicate record in a table. Is this correct a statement or not?
No, duplicate records can't be inserted in a table is incorrect because we can create duplicate records unless or until if we have a primary key condition. I mean, unique key condition.
Why are we discussing about primary key? I'll not discuss anything about primary key, so forget about that. Okay, I've not taught anything about primary key. Forget about that. So if you forget primary key, can you insert duplicate record? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. A story finish. This is incorrect statement. This is telling that you cannot insert duplicate record, but we can insert duplicate record. So that's why this is incorrect. Is that clear? I have not mentioned anything about primary key, so don't think about that. Is that fine, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I will discuss primary key, then I will show you that if you have primary key and all those things. So right now I have not discussed anything about primary key, so forget about that. Okay, so B is reserved keywords can't be used to create a table. This is correct statement. You cannot use reserved keywords to create a table. This is correct statement, right? We can create two different tables with the same name. This is again incorrect. You cannot create two different tables with the same name. That is why the final correct answer is B. Is this clear? The final answer of this question is B. I know these options are a little bit confusing. Why I have given many times nowadays, if you are applying for job in a certain company, so first of all, they will give you this kind of MCQs. Okay, and this kind of confusing options will be there. So that's why if you are very strong in the concepts, you'll be able to answer those questions. Again, I'm repeating question number 9. Is this clear, or anyone who wants me to repeat the solution again?
Clear, sir.
Shall I
Clear.
repeat it?
No, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Question number 10. What is the output of the below query? Select a star from employee. This will give you all the data. ID, name, ID from employee. Here actually what I'm telling is, first of all, let me do one thing. Guys,
No data
this
found. It's coming, sir.
Selected. Shravan is very active today. That's good.
No, sir.
Keep
Nothing, sir.
so keep this energy. That is very good.
It's time constraints, sir. That is a problem. It's too late to keep that energy.
No, not an issue. Okay, so we have created this table. Now select a star from employee. We know that I told you yesterday, star means everything, all the columns, all the records. You are getting all the columns, all the records. Okay. Then I have written select ID, name, ID from employee. You might be thinking that why I have given this question. I will tell you the reason. See, ID, name, ID is coming. You might be thinking that ID is coming twice, correct? But in the main table, ID is only once. If you see in the main employee table, we have only one column with the name ID. But here, why ID is coming twice? Why it is coming twice?
We have given twice.
Select.
Because in select clause, I have told you yesterday, select clause is your playground. You can fetch whatever you want.
On the temporary table, we are writing all this using the select command.
Correct. So you can fetch whatever you want, any number of times, 2 times, 10 times, your wish. That is totally your wish. This kind of questions in interviews for the freshers, they will ask. You see, I've written name 3 times. So you will show me 3 times because this is like my servant. Okay. He can do whatever means whatever I want, he has to do that, right? Similarly, if you're going for a restaurant, there's a waiter. If you want two glass of water or 10 glass of water, he has to serve that. Similarly, select clause is your playground. You can fetch whatever you want any number of times. Okay. Similarly, you see third one, I have written salary 3 times. So it will show me salary 3 times. So salary is coming 3 times. Okay. Okay. Now this one, create table. So let me create this table first of all. So table is created. I'm trying to insert. Actually, I have done a mistake here in this query. I discovered at a point of time. This should be inserted into cells. I've done the syntax was not correct. Yeah, now if I will execute this, what will happen? This is very important. Will execute this line.
It will throw, yes, sir.
It will throw error. Why?
Our customer ID is given as number, but given as string.
Very good. You see, this will throw error message. First of all, let me show that. Invalid number, some error message is coming. Why? Because customer ID, I have mentioned that this is a number. So my SQL engine is expecting that the user will pass some number integer. But here what I have passed a character. So that is why this is throwing error message. So what we learned from this, if you have a column with number data type or int data type, you must have to pass only integer. Otherwise, this will throw error message. Is this clear? Now, if you see, if I will pass number and let me run this.
Again, error.
Wait here, this is taking time to execute.
So customer name is given string. characters and you given again number.
One error has occurred, I think. Got disconnected.
Second one, customer.
No, hold on. See, this customer ID I have told number, then I have passed number. Still the error message is coming. What you told?
Customer name is you given as characters.
The customer name has given varchar 2, but I given
and you
number
given
here.
as a number here.
Okay, so you're thinking this is the problem, right? Okay, fine. We will see this. What about this one? Amount I have given number and what I have written here.
Yeah, yes, that one has.
Is this correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. This, if I have written number, I have to pass number here. I don't think that number, if you pass in characters, it will accept it. No, if it is 100, you have to write like this one. Okay. So let me execute this again and let's see what's output. Oh, row inserted. But this was a mistake here, no? Customer name was in varchar, but I have passed number here. How it has accepted this here?
So here one is considered as a character, not a number.
See, now try to understand the concept. If you have int or number data type in a column, if any of your column is having int or number data type, you must have to pass number here integer. Okay. If you are having varchar or varchar2 data type, you can pass character, strings, numbers, integer, anything. Is that clear? So that is why customer name is varchar2 here. Even then I have passed number and it has accepted it.
I have one question, Tanvir. We should, if it is a string, then we should provide it in quotes, right? So if you are mentioning number also, you should mention in quotes instead of number, right? Or we can directly mention it.
You are telling that this should be in quotes,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But before answering this, is this concept clear? This two lines which I have written.
Yeah.
Everyone, is this clear, guys?
Yeah, yes, sir.
If you have a column with int or number data type, you have to be very specific. You have to pass only number or integer. Okay. But if you have a column with varchar or varchar2 data type, you have all the freedom. You can pass character, strings, numbers, integers. Okay. Hope this is clear now.
Okay.
Now the next question is that, okay, Tanvir, this is customer name is varchar2. And yesterday you have told that it should be in quotes, but here you have not given in quotes. Then how it has accepted and has not thrown any error message? I think that's the question you are asking, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
See, actually the concept is, I've told you the same thing yesterday. I'm repeating that. Number, any number, 1, 2, 10, 50, any number. You have all the freedom. You have all the freedom to keep it in quotes or don't keep it in quotes. You have all the freedom. I've told this yesterday as well when I was showing that example. If you guys remember, don't think it is coming under which data type. Number is free. If you want to keep it in quotes, you keep it in quotes. If you don't want to keep it in quotes, no need to keep it in quotes. Don't think that, okay, Tanvir, here this first name was varchar2, so please keep this number in quotes. No, this number is number only. Keep it in quotes or you don't want to keep it in quotes, your wish. Okay, it will accept it. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, I'm repeating, these are very, very basic concepts of SQL and very important. Most of the students, many students will come to my class, they will tell Tanvir, I know this concept, but they will get failed in all those minor, simple things. That's why I'm trying to cover this basics first of all. So if you have any question in it, or please ask. Okay. Because otherwise, when we'll grow up on the further complex topics, you will feel that we are losing something. Okay. Okay, so it's
here. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, someone was saying.
Sir, in difference, integer means fractional parts we can use, no, sir.
Shravan, sorry, sir, 1 minute. Someone was asking a question before you. Yeah, can you please proceed? What was the question?
Yeah, about what you told about using single quote or without single quote. Can you repeat again, please?
Okay. See, sorry, your voice was not audible, but I think you are telling to repeat me the same thing again. What I'm repeating is, if you have any number 1, 2, 10, 50, whatever it may be, and if you want to pass that, if you want to insert it, your wish, you can keep it in quotes, or you don't want to keep it in quotes, you cannot keep your wish for the numbers. Okay, here you can see this number I have not kept in quotes, but here I have kept this number in quotes. So SQL engine has accepted both the value. That is what I am telling. Numbers, your wish. If you want to keep it in quotes, you keep it in quotes. If you don't want, no need. But if you have a strings or characters, suppose if you want to write India, this must has to be within quotes. Otherwise, this will throw error message. That's what I'm telling. Is that clear? Hello, is that
only,
clear?
Only the characters should be within the quotes.
Characters or strings, that should be in quotes. Suppose if you want to write Z, that must have to be in quotes. But if you want to write number 10,000, no need to write in quotes. But if you want, keep it in quotes, your wish. That's what I'm telling you. Okay.
So for number, it will accept both with quotes or without quotes.
Correct.
Tanvir, I have one question. If the number, if the my value is having like 100Z00, then it should be in quotes, right? Because if Z is coming, it is a string.
Correct. If it is like this, so you have one particular character here. This has to be within quotes. Wherever character or string will come, okay, you have to keep that in quotes. Suppose if you want to write Tanveer with mobile number, something like this mobile number, so then you have to write in quotes, because you have here a string, then quote is required. Wherever string or character is there, you have to keep it in quotes. If number alone is there, no need to write in quotes. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, very good. So almost it is 8:05, guys, and I want to close at 8 exactly. Many of you have some official task as well. So we will cover this questions 12, 13, 14, and this tomorrow. Okay. But again, I'm repeating, please work on the assignment, because if daily we are working on all the questions, so this will take time. Okay, so I want you to work on the assignments and ask the questions which you are unable to solve. Okay. So final call, any questions? Those who are getting late, you can please drop from the call.
Sir, that assignments you are sending, sir, like we can download it, no, sir? Like you are having any common repository for assignments and videos, YouTube channel we can see?
No, sir. You can download it wherever you want. You work on that, share the results on Excel sheet, take the screenshot, and ping me on personal window on WhatsApp. No repository, nothing. I have my own repository, but I will not expose that to you. Okay. So you can download it wherever you want. You can do it.
Yes, sir. What I found is the class, the assignments will help very much, sir. That is what I understood.
Yeah,
that is the
very good.
thing.
Work on that. Yes. Yeah. Next question, please. Someone was asking question. Yeah, Srijit.
Yeah, then we have one question. In the number data type, if you are putting a number in codes, internally SQL engine is looking for ASCII value of that particular number, and it will detect that error. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Everything here, actually I have not covered ASCII here. I will cover that. If you will see one of my LinkedIn posts is on ASCII only. Everything here works on ASCII. When I will touch that ASCII subject, then we will discuss that. I'm not going to touch that. But Srijit, to answer your question, you are correct. Everything works here on the ASCII values. Any other question? Okay, if no questions, thanks a lot, guys. We will connect tomorrow. Plus, please revise this, and I will not share any new assignment today, okay, because we have not studied any new concept. Those who have not worked on these questions, please work on this again. Okay, we'll connect tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.